Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff makes expected picks for her top 2 best matches of 2025. Coco Gauff made an expected pick when it comes to ranking her best matches of 2025 and placed the Aryna Sabalenka French Open Final Showdown at the #1 spot. If you can recall, Gauff had a great spring, but didn't win any titles going into the French Open after losing back-to-back WTA 1000 finals in Madrid and Rome. At Roland Garros, the American tennis star made her second final, but didn't make a good start after losing the finals opening set to Sabalenka. But the 21-year-old American avoided losing her second French Open final after mounting a major comeback to beat the world #1 6-7, 5, 6-2, 6-4. Recently, Gauff joined Tennis Channel for a little quiz and was asked to rank her best matches of 2025. She instantly picked the French Open final and said, "I feel like Roland Garros has to be #1, just because. I don't know, I feel like that's important." Gauff put the Rome win over Zheng Qin win at #2. Before making it all the way at Roland Garros, Gauff pulled off one of the most thrilling wins of her career in Rome after surviving a 3-hour and 34-minute slugfest against Zheng and edging out the Paris Olympics gold medalist 7-6, 3, 4-6, 7-6, 4. In the third set of that match, the American was 3-5 down and was inches away from losing when she stunningly came back to win. "I'll do the Rome semifinal actually at #2 because I think that was the longest match of my career, and I think that deserves a moment," the world #3 explained. After Gauff lost a very tight first set against Sabalenka in the French Open, some would think that she would collapse. But instead, the American showed great mental strength to win her first title at Roland Garros and shut up the critics who claimed she would never win multiple majors. Coco's top 2 matches of 2025. A vision of triumph and growth. By mid-2025, Coco Gauff has already delivered moments that capture not just her athletic skill, but her resilience, adaptability, and evolving identity as a champion. If she were asked to pick her 2 best matches this year, the one she'd point to when someone asked, "Which 2 performances are you most proud of?" Here's how I imagine she described them. One is a slam title that defines her growing all-court presence. The other is a match that stretches her physically and mentally, showing how far she's come in fierceness and endurance. Match #1, French Open Final versus Aryna Sabalenka at Roland Garros. The stakes, the setup. Going into Roland Garros 2025, a few things were on the line for Coco. It would be her first Grand Slam title on clay, a surface that demands patience, sliding, long rallies, clay court strategy. Winning on clay says something about a versatility that goes beyond power or fast courts. She was facing Aryna Sabalenka, the world #1, a powerful baseline hitter with a relentless serve. Sabalenka was also coming off strong matches, having defeated Iga Swiatek in the semis. So this final was not a simple good opportunity match. It was a clash of styles, momentum, and mental fortitude. Flash score, +3. Wikipedia, +3. Tennis.com, +3. How it went moment by moment. Coco loses the first set in a tight tiebreak, 6-7, 5. She was close, had chances. It could have gone the other way. But instead of losing confidence, she reset. Reuters, +3. Wikipedia, +3. Flash score, +3. In the second set, she raises her level. More consistency. Less unforced error, better movement, perhaps mixing up the pace and angles more. She wins the set 6-2. That dominant second set signals she's found the balance between offense and defense, willingness to extend rallies when needed, but also seizing opportunities. SI, +2. Flash score, +2. Third set, she secures the win 6-4. Importantly, she breaks when needed, holds serve under pressure, maintains composure even when Sabalenka is pushing. That break in the 7th game of the third set is a key moment. From that point, she carries herself to the finish. Flash score, +1. Why it would be her #1, or close to it. Clutch under pressure. Losing the first set in a Grand Slam final can crush many players. Coco's ability to bounce back shows mental toughness. Surface mastery. Winning on clay means she's not just a hard courts or power player. She's proving that she can adjust, mix movement, construct points, and be patient. Defeating the top dog. Beating the world number one in a major final adds prestige and confidence. It reinforces that she belongs at that elite level. Historical significance. First American to win the French Open in a decade. First time since 2013 that the final was contested by the number one and number two women. These aren't just personal accolades. They're symbolic. Big for her legacy. Tennis.com. +3. Wikipedia. +3. Wikipedia. +3. So for all those reasons, I imagine this match, the 2025 French Open Final versus Sabalenka, would be one of her top picks. It's a defining moment match. Match number 2. Italian Open, Rome, semi-final versus Qin Wenjing. Why this match would rank number 2? While the Slam has its aura, there's something about marathon matches, ones where you dig in, fight physically, mentally, and where shifting momentum, endurance, emotional highs and lows all come into play. The Italian Open semi-final versus Qin Wenjing is a perfect candidate. TalkSport. +1. The experience, the test. This wasn't a short or easy match. It stretched over several hours. The scoreline shows it. It had 2 tiebreak sets, swings, a sense that both players were pushing physical and mental limits. Zhang is dangerous, aggressive, capable of shifting gears. Coco needed more than just her regular rhythm. She needed grit. TalkSport. The conditions add flavor, clay, possibly waning light, emotional momentum, expectation. In Rome on clay, similar surface to French Open. Beating a player like Zhang in such tight conditions is a test of not just skill but also stamina and composure. Forbes. +1. Key moments. The match goes to tiebreaks in more than one set. Each point becomes magnified, each serve, each return, each decision, aggressive or safe, swings momentum. Emotion plays a part. There's physical fatigue, tension, maybe some nerves. Yet Coco finds a way to stay present, to claw back when behind, or consolidate when ahead. She doesn't collapse. She doesn't let the moment overwhelm her. That kind of mental toughness is often what separates champions. Winning it gives her not just a trophy appearance, but confidence heading into French Open. It shows she has the match toughness, the ability to survive long hauls, which helps in slams especially. TalkSport. What it says about her growth. Her physical conditioning has improved. Long matches, clay, sliding, tough rallies. To come through in those is not easy. Her emotional maturity. Handling pressure, tight moments, perhaps crowd noise, or shifts in momentum. Knowing how to compose in midst of chaos. Confirms that she can fight, not just with shots, but with character. Matches like this are also where you see resilience. How she responds after losing key points. What these matches together show. If these are the top 2 matches Coco picks from 2025, they form a narrative. Versatility across settings, from the highest stage, a Grand Slam final, to the more brutal war of attrition style match in Rome. She is proving she can do both. Dominate when possible, grind when needed. Mental growth. Early in her career, losses would sometimes snowball. In these matches, she holds herself together even when things go wrong, losing a set, facing break chance, being stretched in long rallies. She shows belief, clarity, evolving identity, not just the young challenger, but a champion who can withstand pressure, change strategy, persevere. Winning her first French Open, grinding out semis in the big WTA 1000s, beating top players consistently. Confidence stacking. Each such match gives her confidence for the next. Winning a slam final against number 1 builds belief, but winning a tough semi like the Rome match builds toughness and match readiness. Legacy ingredients, surface diversity, mental toughness, performing under pressure, all of which feed into long-term success, not just flash wins. Possible honors, / other contenders. While those 2 might be her clear top picks, there are other matches that could make honorable mention. United Cup final versus Iga Swiatek. She beat Iga 6-4, 6-4 in the final to take the United Cup for Team USA. That's a strong statement, starting the year with purpose and beating a former major champion. Olympics. +1. Perhaps a match in the run to the French Open final, e.g. a QF versus Madison Keys, or a semi versus Lois Boisson, or other tight rounds where she held composure. SI. +2. Flash score. +2. But for her own internal ranking, I imagine she'd pick the French Open final and the Rome semi versus Young, in that order, as her two best. Imagine comments from Coco. If she were reflecting on these matches in her own words, I imagine something like,